of this map without actually, you know, even if you're quite zoomed in, you can see them going out to either side.
Well, the thing is, I wouldn't let him do that anyway.
It.
You know, he got my base once. I mean, the second in the 1v1 we had, I'm not gonna let him do that again ever.
You've got to try it. You can't do anything else. He's lost it. Now these planes, they seem to circle for quite a long time over on the left there. It seems to me if you want to go and snipe the depot, you've got to go and get it. It's not like you have to control much else.
Well, I thought it was bombers, you know. I thought it was bombers. Do you see my flags in the base? I moved them there because I thought it's like 2 bombers maybe in between. So I was like fucking scared because it was Persian is still winning, you know. I mean by points because it's like 4 minutes till the end. It's 30 points difference.
He
so just try to destroy the airfield.
Now firing on the base, and it's not going to last long. Those Panzer IVs can even move in. The only thing that Persians got to stop them are the Stukas and 5 Grenadiers. Now here come the Stukas.
Yeah.
To kill that depot. They'll get it, I think. Oh no, 2 of them turn away.
I don't know what happened. It just bad micro. Just bad micro.
Yeah, it's, you know, even if he's got it, I don't think he needs to build anymore.
Did you see the Stuka drop on my recon that destroyed it? You should everyone should look at that. That was hilarious. It was a kamikaze from Germany. Last effort.
So now Alcarin's got the victory. Now this is a game which it's not like a knockout. In the knockout tournaments we've had, a draw comes down to who's got the most points. In this, a draw is a draw. So you can have a draw in a Swiss system. You can't really have it in a knockout system very well. So
I still have a
got to get
some
kills.
at the moment.
So he's got this Grenadier radio silenced on the left, but there's recon which will spot it coming in, and you'll get an audio alert saying the enemy has radio silenced in this sector. And as soon as you hear that near the end of the game, you think something's going up here. He's radio silenced in this sector. And you zoom right out, and you see it coming. I think he's probably seen it coming now.
On the right side, I just let the Grenadier live for a bit. You know, I didn't even bother. I just routed him. Then I leave Persian some hope. You know.
And Persian's charging everything forward. It's a last-ditch effort. So, I mean, he doesn't stand a chance against those Panzer IVs. And heavy infantry against light infantry again doesn't stand a chance.
Maybe what I should have done is just try to hold him back for 5 minutes, but I kept trying to attack.
2 minutes left.
No, I don't think you could have won that game after you failed to rebuild your economy.
Not against a good player.
It's always demoralizing when your economy gets taken out, but you've gotta just rebuild it, and rebuild it. If you look at episode 9, guys, you notice that Deagle, he loses a lot of economy, but he constantly rebuilds it, and that's what a good player will do. They will, when they suffer economic casualties, if you hold it for 2 minutes, it pays off. So you've got to rebuild it. You've got to defend it better. You can't just go, he's taken it out, he's going to take it out next time he tries. You've got to be positive about depots, because Alcarin has probably got
look how close I got on the
left.
left.
Yeah, because I let it, you know. That's
yeah, sure.
He knows it's there, he can see it coming, he just has to build a couple of heavy infantry. He's got all the planes. He's just teasing you, Persian.
Well, he hoped I'm gonna disconnect, you know, because he moved the Kubu wagons even.
Yep, 2 left, and he should get him just before the time limit.
I have Stukas, so. Well, Persian, at this point, Persian said that he's hoping for a disconnect now, you know. It would have brought him a victory. That was pretty mean.
Yeah, that's low. Let's be honest. If it was a disconnect, I'd expect Persian to give Alcarin the win anyway, and if he didn't,
I would
kick him out of TFB.
Simultaneous attack.
So straight away, I'm looking at the incomes, and I'm noticing that Alcarin got what 500 more. That's what makes the difference.
Damn, that's a lot.
Yeah. And
you can see on the kills.
You didn't rebuild them, Persian.
Look at the Persians' air kills, you know, because of my lack
Look at
of
my
AA.
tank kill. My 3
Yeah, he
tigers, $150, only killed $30 worth of stuff. Sucks.
Exactly. That you killed what? 1 infantry and 1 Panzer IV? That's
With 3
that's
tigers.
bad, man. Indeed. And then, well, with the planes you did very good, you know. That's because of my lack of AA. But look at the infantry, you know. The infantry difference is huge.
And I only used light the whole game.
Yeah, I think that's not good, you know. You should always
No,
stack
it's a
up
mistake.
the heavy.
With Germany, the tech is only $25, and it's very fast. So, if you're building, you know, more than a couple, you can put 2 light infantry out at the start just to be in the field early, so they can do what you did and raid the depots, and hopefully be a bit more successful than you were. But very soon after, if you actually want to use them for proper fighting in the field, you want heavies. With any faction at all, apart from perhaps France, because the French heavies aren't tech, they're just more expensive.
Yeah.
So,
I
in
had
general,
fun.
the French heavies are pretty poor. You just want to use the lights for cannon fodder, and that's their only real role.
Yeah, exactly. I think that replay is mainly showed. It's a lot of mistakes in it, you know. It's mainly shown for people, so we point out mistakes with it, you know, and everything, so people can learn more about how to play 1v1.
Yeah. My main point, and I keep coming back to this, is the depots. It's the income is what wins you the game in these 25-minute games, and this game lasted very nearly 25 minutes. If you've got 500 less income from trucks, that's 500 units on the field. Not 500 units, 500 points of units. And,
Exactly.
well, that's 20 ME-109s, that's 25 Stukas, that's 12 Tigers, 12 and a half Tigers.
Yeah.
It's you
100
know,
infantry.
that if Persian had had 12 Tigers at the end, Alcarin would not have managed to roll his base nearly so. In fact, you know, it would have been an even fight. You couldn't say who would have
Yeah,
won if Persian had 12 Tigers suddenly appear in his base. It would have made a huge difference, and that is what let Alcarin win this game. It wasn't superior micromanagement. It wasn't countering what you'd done. It wasn't having units which counter what you've got. It was just he kept his depots alive, and I don't know if you actually managed to kill any of them, Persian, but had you managed to kill any of them, he had to
Huge
rebuild
difference.
them, and he might have rebuilt them. I don't know. I don't think it ever.
Just killing one would have made a huge difference, because it just echoes.
Well, you say killing one would make a huge difference, but no, it wouldn't. Killing one does not make a huge difference if you rebuild
No,
it.
it doesn't. But what I'm saying is that they had to rebuild it, so he had to make less units, and I would have had more units, and you know, it balances out the whole game. It echoes. Taking down one depot echoes, you know?
It slows you down for the whole game. It does. But
It can help you win
when you
later
lose
fights
one,
too.
when you lose one, you've got to go. Well, first you've got to check, because if there's less than 40 left in it, obviously you don't want to rebuild it. And one of yours died with 60 left in it, and that's a fairly marginal case, because you know, you'll get a bit of profit, but if something unfortunate happens and you lose it, then it's completely wasted, because you can't even rebuild it. But the 2 other ones you lost, you didn't even attempt to rebuild them, and you needed to.
Well, the thing is, you know, even if he would destroy one of those depots I made, you know, it wouldn't make a big difference. Mainly because after I built the 4th depot, I always kept like $50 in reserve, just in case if he would destroy it, you know. So basically, all the game, you know, I had $50 not spent. And that's it, probably, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
I think that's all I have to say. Wasn't the total victory? It was only a major victory.
Yeah,
Total
it
victory,
was.
70% higher score, which means, you know, it's always a sign that it was a fairly close or even match if it's not a total victory. If it's a total victory, it means you wipe the floor with them. But if it's a major or minor victory, they're often the best games, because they last the distance, and Neither side is obviously won. Well, I mean, I don't mean obviously won. I mean obviously won from the start. If you win at the start, you always get total. But if you have a big fight and then win, it's usually major or minor.
Exactly. Although I did destroy all of the units, you know, so.
You did, but it was still in your major. It shows it was-
Exactly. Okay, thanks for listening to that, you know, I hope you learned something.
And
Yeah.
stay tuned for more. And January 30th, 2v2 Swiss tournament. Come participate. Bye bye.